All right, we've got a runaway bandit here in Daytona, Florida. We got a little bit of Dukes of Hazzard action here. Guy decides that he's going to run the drawbridge and jump it. Okay, we have video. You're gonna love it, and then we'll talk about it. All right, here he comes. He's late to something apparently. Gone. Okay, watch him break through the gate, and then the bridge is going up, 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 up. What? He gets airborne. Okay, now it's not quite like in the movies, but if he had waited a little bit longer, that would have ended in disaster. But he actually went airborne for a second there, boom, and on the other side. So of course, police are looking for him. I am too, because I'd like to give him a medal. And when the cops catch up with him, I'm going to say, "Let him go! Let him go!" Okay, now should he have done this?
What kind of car is that?
I think it's a Honda.
Man, Japanese know what they're doing.
I'm not sure that's a takeaway from this. Okay.
That's my takeaway. That car is ready.
Look, I don't know what his politics is, and with that kind of entitlement, who knows? Maybe he's a conservative, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let him go. Let him go. Now, can you actually let him go? Of course not. Don't be a Debbie Downer. We know he broke the gate, and you can't do that. That's a massive traffic violation. Okay, but who hasn't wanted to do that? So that was a little bit of Bonnie and Clyde right there, man. So Casper, you're gonna be a downer. You've never thought about jumping a drawbridge?
Have I ever fantasized about running away from authorities and risking my life by jumping a drawbridge? No, I've never thought about that. I've never desired it. It doesn't sound fun or interesting. And look, honestly, it wasn't that impressive. The drawbridge was like just barely moving up. So it's okay. I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
No, the internet already loves this. Okay, so I put it on.
Don't disappoint me, guys.
All right, hold up. I put it on the internets. No, I put it on Twitter, and I said I don't care what his politics are. Let him go. That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is people's reactions. So I just want to read a whole bunch of comments. Now this usually doesn't end well, okay? When you go to the Twitter mentions, especially my Twitter mentions. But this case, it was kind of fun. DB Cooper writes, his girlfriend's parents must not have been home. That's the first comment. Okay, I already like it. Gabriel E. Rodriguez is not buying it. Says the problem is this kind of thing goes viral in the moron sphere and inspires copycats. It's even worse if they face no consequences. So Gabriel apparently in the Anna Downer category. Okay,
I got your back, Gabriel.
Okay, and Christian Martinez writes in, this dude has clearly played Mario Kart. It's so true. That's such a win for a comment. CH Anthony says, F it, he earned that. No one got hurt. No need to waste resources on that. Brett Hansen says, what if the Honda has a Confederate flag on top? Because half the people thought of Dukes of Hazzard, of course, like I did. Now, it's unfortunate it had the Confederate flag, looking back on it. And by the way, that's how it gets into the pop culture. Otherwise, like the Dukes of Hazzard. And then Amy Joselia says looked fun too. Marco Pavlovich says I wonder if that car has a General Lee horn. Kyle Wagner says better be looking for him to give him a high five. Okay. Joshua Perkins says Matt Gaetz is getting desperate. John Phillips agrees. Is that a Gaetz getaway? Jesse K, by the way, Anna agrees and says, I've always had the urge to do this. And 2 crying, laughing emojis. Okay. Consumer 052 says, it was Bond, James Bond, also laughing emoji.
Come on, guys. It's not that impressive. Like the bridge is just barely moving up. Like it's not that impressive. It'd be impressive if he was like actually airborne and had to travel like in midair to get to the other side. It doesn't appear that that's what happened. God, I'm such a downer. I know. Okay, let me pretend like that was amazing. Wow, wow, whoa! Did you guys see that? Whoa, whoa! Oh my God, wow! okay. That's what people
Anna, that was way better. Finally, put your shoulder into it, okay? Free the speech rights. And because of the cool factor and ball size, man or woman, I have another rare agreement with Cenk. And then last couple of ones here. I'm just reading them all in order. Okay, so no corporate man writes in, looks like you were driving. Maybe that's why I liked it. Assistant Secretary of State Albie Duncan writes in, is this what they're talking about when they say Florida man? Kind of course it's in Florida. Of course it's in Florida, right? And let me see, I got last one here. GM, perhaps appropriately, writes in, peak Florida, my friend. It's true. Look here, I'll tell you, add a quick fun Florida story to it because it's a post game and that's what we do. So when I was in Miami, every once in a while, traffic would get jammed up on like a not a highway, but like a fairly main artery on Miami Beach. Okay, and then when you pulled up to figure out why, it's 2 lanes down to 1 lane. You'd see that a guy had just parked in the 2nd lane. Why? Because it's Florida. It happened all the time. And in fact, later when I went back to visit on the highway, there was, you know how they have those like digital signs and they change the different things. And there was a digital sign that said, now remember, don't stop on the highway. If you want to get something or if there's something other issue, you have to pull off the highway to stop. Because it's Florida, people just stop in the highway. They stop in main arteries because peak Florida.
Yeah, no, it would drive me crazy. It would drive me crazy. You know, the thing that I'm not, remember when I had gotten to a point in my life where things were so bleak that the enjoyable part of my day was when I was sitting in traffic for an hour to get home from work?
Oh yeah.
I'm not in that mindset anymore. So now that traffic is back because things have opened up, I get like 2 minutes of it and I'm just like, I'm gonna kill everyone. Like it just makes me crazy. Like I can't take it. So I'm really looking forward to going back to the office next week. It's gonna be great.
Okay, by the way, in that Florida story, the Miami story, no joke, when I got to the part where the guy was parked in the 2nd lane, it just happened to be that he was coming back to his car. Casual as the day is long, had a coffee in his hand. He just stopped to get a coffee. Couldn't find parking or didn't bother trying to find parking. So he parked it in the lane. That's all he stopped for, coffee.
Listen, the only reason why people would do that is if they think they can do it and get away with it. And clearly, based on the coffee guy, he did get away with it. So is there any traffic enforcement at all? Or is it just like a free for all? People can just do whatever they want.
I don't know, but I'm gonna read one more from Twitter. Kyle Brennan writes in, they're being charged with being effing awesome. And look, I'll give you one small concession. Yes, the drawbridge wasn't like massively up. It was a tiny bit up, right?
Jake.
But really, if he'd waited any longer, it would have been too far up and it would have ended in complete disaster, which might have been a more fun video, right? So that's about as far up it could be and you still make it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.